This happened on March 9th. The first game is the Bulls lost to the Clippers on the road. How about Ella Caruso? In the last month, where is Caruso? This man is 36th ranked player, averaging 2.5 steals and 1.5 blocks. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely must roster. DeMar DeRozan also being amazing as well in the last month. DeRozan. Some of the Bulls players, they have been a little bit under the radar with how good they are. 19th ranked player in the last month. What about Vucevic? 98th. Okay, not so much by Vucevic, but another great game by Vucevic as well. And Kobe White, the counting numbers looked fine. It just really lacked defensive stats. 19 points, 3 threes, and Ayu Dosunmu. We could roster him. We look at the Clippers. James Harden, all his shot attempts are from threes, 4 threes, a triple double and a steal. Paul George did pretty much everything. 22 points, 2 threes, 9 assists, 2 steals and 3 blocks really stands out as well. Kawhi Leonard had a somewhat efficient game. They didn't really need him to do too much. Kawhi, surprisingly, how many games has he played this year? If you drafted him late, 3rd round, 4th round, amazing value. The next one is the Brooklyn Nets lost to the Charlotte Hornets, 99-110. Cam Thomas is back, had 31 points. Dorian Finney-Smith still played huge minutes. They got a back-to-back. But after Sunday's game, if you're streaming some of the Brooklyn Nets guys, it's totally okay to let them go. De'Aaron Sharp played 10, if you want rebounds and blocks, he's a guy that we could stream. Claxton still had 2 blocks and 10 rebounds. Good enough. And, Dennis Schroeder is a must roster if you're looking for assists. So Ben Simmons is pretty much out for season. Another year of disappointment. Let's see next year. He's probably going to draft at a similar position. He could play more games. There was a stretch he played really well beginning of the season, but then he got hurt. He's back. He's got a nerve issue and all that. We look at the Charlotte Hornets. Nick Richards, 15 points, 11 rebounds, and still on the block. Pretty good. Must roster. Brandon Miller is a must roster. Miles Bridges' minutes continues to be insane. And, we could stream these 2 guys, Mitchich and Grant Williams. Both guys, if you're looking for assists, Mitchich is the must roster. His turnover is a little bit high. And Grant Williams, you got to have him if you're looking for, I don't know. But he played 37 minutes. I mean, everybody's out at this point. So LaMelo Ball is looking more and more like he's going to be just out for season. I'll be surprised he comes back. The next one is Detroit. The Mavericks beat Detroit. They scored 142 points. And how about Daniel Gafford? 4 blocks and 7 rebounds. That's pretty amazing. And this game, Derek Lively is out. So, for now, like Daniel Gafford, have him. Stream him. If you need rebounds and blocks, but next game he could very well just go back and play 15 minutes. Just something to be aware of. Kyrie Irving played just 30 minutes, had 21 points. Luka's numbers just just ridiculous. 39-point triple-double. But most of his rebounds are from defensive rebound. This year, I think he's getting a lot of defensive stat. That really is the number 2 ranked player, averaging 35 minutes in the last month, 1.4 steals, 10.6 blocks. Yeah, he's getting those defensive numbers, which obviously help his crazy good fantasy value already. Efficiency really is also up there too. 84% from the free throw line, 53% from the field. Really, Victor Wembanyama is the number 1 ranked player, but only because he's blocking five shots. Luka is so much better in every other category. It's crazy. PJ Washington had a very mediocre game versus Detroit. Detroit is, everybody should play well when you play Detroit. Kate Cunningham has quietly been putting up some nice numbers, but the efficiency is, the high turnovers is a concern. Jaden Ivey had 6 as well, but if you don't care about turnovers and field goal, Jaden Ivey can give you some counting numbers. I think we know that. And Jalen Duren got ejected in 60 minutes, committed 4 fouls, but already grabbed 8 rebounds in 60 minutes. And Alsar Thompson got hurt. Hopefully it's not too serious. He just started playing better. That would really suck if injured himself that quickly. And Isaiah Stewart had 5 points and 3 steals. Not the worst game because he got 3 steals. With Dolan out, you have James Wiseman coming and Simone coming with All-Star Thompson out. If Detroit's got a good schedule and All-Star is out, like Simone could be interesting. You're looking for some threes and stuff. The next one is the Celtics beat the Suns 117-107. Celtics, they just keep winning. But again, they got to prove themselves in the playoffs. Jason Tatum struggled from the field, but still had 29 points and 5 threes. Jaylen Brown had 27, 3 threes and 2 steals. Jaylen Brown actually is pretty consistent, I would say, in terms of performance from game to game. Al Horford started with Porzingis out. Struggled a little bit from the field, but grabbed 12 rebounds. It's a no-brainer stream every time Porzingis is out. Derek White had 9 assists and a block, and Jrue Holiday had 2 steals and a block and 6 assists. Yeah, I mean, all the Celtics guys, they're just putting up pretty good numbers. Fairly consistent, I would say. For Phoenix, KD absolutely went off, 45 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, but it's just not enough. Bradley Beal, he's gonna play. Should have a higher usage with Beal with Devin Booker out. Devin Booker was questionable coming into this game somehow. So, yeah. Hopefully Beal can do more. 3 steals and 25 points and 3 threes is not bad. And Grayson Allen could not hit a 3 this game, but he's been really, really good. If you need threes, continue to roster him. And Yusuf Nurkic did enough damage in 28 minutes. 11 rebound, 4 assists, a steal and a block. And Royce, if you need threes and defensive stats and rebound, his minutes is super high right now. So, doesn't, maybe when Booker comes back, things could change. Move on to the next one. The Spurs beat the Warriors. That's really no good for the Warriors, and they didn't even have Victor Wembanyama here. And Zach Collins, I think it would be good stream as long as Victor Wembanyama is out. He didn't play so well here. Jeremy Sohan played just 24 minutes because he had 5 fouls. Who played well? Malachi had 20 points. It's Keldon Johnson and Dominique. Yeah, I mean, just really, really bad loss for the Warriors. The Spurs are bagging. Right? They didn't even have Victor Wembanyama. They did shoot 50% from the 3, so they were super hot. They didn't have Curry. Oops. So that's why Chris Paul started. If you need assists and steals, you could roster Chris Paul. Even when he plays 25 minutes, coming off the bench, he's going to give you something. And Trey Jackson-Davis also got the start. Oh, wow. Yeah. With Curry out, I guess they did switched around their lineup a little bit. Looks like Curry might be out for a few games, so Warriors might be in a little bit of trouble, to be honest. There's roster, they just lost to the Spurs, right? Who can they really beat? Draymond Green just did everything, 28 minutes, played all right, and Kuminga tried to carry 26 points, but just not enough. So I would see, if they continue to start Trey Jackson-Davis, then he could be a streaming option. Can give you some defensive stats and rebounds, right? And, steals. He's pretty active on the defensive end. But nobody else really looks like benefit too much because Chris Paul is rostered already. Can't really stream him. Move on to the next game is the Jazz lost to Denver Nuggets 121-142. No surprise there. Walker Kessler is finally back, and then he starts. 1 block. That's all he gave us. All right. Keontae George is a must roster. 29 points, 5 threes. Yeah, they're just letting him free. They still give Jordan Clarkson 20 minutes off the bench. But again, he's the guy, if you don't need points and threes, you could drop. Doesn't really offer anything else, and he's being inconsistent. Colin Sexton is another guy. If you don't need points, you don't have to hold on him too tight. There was a period, the whole Jazz team is playing well, but not anymore. They got a bad schedule. Don't be afraid to let some of these guys go. John Collins, with Kessler back, and Lauren Markkinen has been out. So that doesn't really. I mean, it should help Collins a little bit more. But now they just start Kessler. So Collins is just doing the same thing. Him playing at the power forward is not going to give him less rebound and blocks. So you want him at the center. Denver Nuggets, they dropped 142. Yeah, just easy. Jokic, 26 points, 12 for 14, just playing with them at this point. 8 assists, still on 2 blocks. Jamal Murray had 37 points and 7 assists. KCP did his thing. Aaron Gordon played just 20 minutes while Michael Porter only played 22. Give some of the guys some rest. This game really wasn't close. The last game of the night is the Toronto Raptors. This game went overtime. DeAndre Ayton is back. They beat. And Kelly Olynyk. Yep. Yep. Must roster. He's doing it again on a bad team. A couple years ago, he was on the Rockets, top 20 player when we get into the fantasy playoffs. This year, he found himself in a situation where everybody is hurt. He got traded, and he's putting up this top 20 numbers. 2 steals and 2 blocks, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and 15 points. Absolutely must roster. Gary Trent Jr., yeah. It's time to pick him up if you haven't. He started playing a lot better, 23 points and 2 steals with 3 threes. And the fact that he took 26 shots means that they need somebody to take the shots. They need somebody. Same thing with Emmanuel Quickly. He's going to have a good time as we get to the end of the season with Scotty Barnes out and Siakam traded. 29 points and 7 assists and 4 threes. Oh, and RJ Barrett is also out. So they started Grady Dick. He's not really fantasy relevant. Ochai Agbaji. They try to give him a lot of minutes. They try to give him a lot of shots. He's just not good. Chris Boucher is also interesting. Very, very interesting. He played 31 minutes. Off the bench, had a great game. 8 rebounds and 3 blocks. We look at the Trailblazers. Ayton played well. 30 points, 19 rebounds, 2 steals and block. He's been really, really good. He missed a couple of games, but whenever he plays, he's been really good. Fernie Simons, amazing. 23 points, 7 assists, and 4 threes. Matisse Thybulle came off the bench, had a big game as well. If you need steal, defensive stats, he's the guy that you could stream for sure. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you tomorrow.